The Shark Deck.
Did you hear about the skateboarding pig? Hi, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Lots to unpack here. Allison was all happy when her husband floated the notion of expanding their family. Okay, that sounds great. So husband Vince shared that he had a long-time dream of owning a pig. Allison wasn't immediately ready to commit, but they figured out a compromise. It's 4 years later, and now they live with Norbert, the 150-pound pig. They also have a rescue rabbit who's Moo and Oliver the dog. Norbert knows how to skateboard. So now he has a TikTok account and an Instagram following that boasts more than 6,100 fans. Vince thinks that Norbert has the intelligence of a 3 to 4-year-old, which has forced him and his wife to put locks on cabinets and the refrigerator. Sometimes Norbert opens the fridge and goes to town on the fruits and vegetables. Vince said, I knew we'd get some looks because we live in the suburbs and we have a pig. But I like seeing people's faces light up. It's been a positive experience all around, just being able to share Norbert's happiness and positive vibes with everybody. Norbert is litter box trained. I know you were wondering. Allison has warned people. It can be a lot. People are like, I want a pig. And I'm like, no, you don't. It takes special people and commitment for the growing pains. Temperaments change, and he's like a 3-year-old. He has temper tantrums. You have to learn to curb that. A bored pig or a frustrated pig gets destructive. So what you do is you teach them to skateboard, right? Vince started training Norbert on a miniature skateboard when the pig was less than a year old. Norbert needs 15 to 20 minutes to pick up verbal commands. Vince said that led to a week's worth of 30-minute skating lessons when Vince would use his foot to guide the skateboard as Norbert followed behind. Once Norbert learned to put one of his hoofs on the board, it wasn't long before he got on the board and used his back legs to propel himself forward. Now when Vince tells Norbert to get on the board, the skateboarding pig obliges. Vince has tagged skating legend Tony Hawk in videos and social media posts in which Norbert becomes Tony Hogg. Good news for Francesca Thiel. She lost her ring in the ocean. The ring had once belonged to her great-grandmother. She figured she'd never see it again. You listen to the podcast. You know how this is going to go. Imagine I just told you the story was, yeah, and she lost her ring and that's it. And I signed off and was like, there's no happy resolve here. That would be a twist. Anyway, she had been wearing the family ring while tossing a football with her husband at North Beach in Hampton, New Hampshire. The ring fell off her finger. They spent hours searching the water for it. No luck. She posted a plea on her Facebook page. Hey, anybody seen a ring? Turns out a guy with a metal detector saw her social media plea for help, and he somehow found the ring. Lou Askey strapped on a wetsuit and a headlamp. He went looking for the ring. First 2 days, nothing. He said, I don't take failure all too well. I wanted to go back, give it one last shot. Day 3, bingo. He posted it and said, please tell me this is the ring so I can finally get off this beach.
Hi, my name is TJ, and I host a daily radio show. I have a bunch of friends that join me for it every day, and believe it or not, we all still see hope in humanity. Are you one of these people too? We want to hang out with you. Just search for The TJ Show on your favorite podcasting platform, or join us at thetjshow.com. We would love to have you being hopeful about humanity with us. Here's a quick sample of what the show sounds like. Hey, welcome to The TJ. As you can tell, you need to hear more of it. Search for The TJ Show, and we can't wait to meet you.
Hey, nice job by Vernon Jackson. Interesting name there because that's a subway stop on the 7 train in New York City, where I grew up, and I went through that stop almost every day. I'm not making fun of your name, Mr. Vernon Jackson. I just didn't put that together until right now. Anyway, Vernon Jackson, he owns a Cincinnati barber shop, and he takes care of his VIP clients, which are children with special needs. He says it's something he's done since 2021. I was hearing so many horror stories that parents were going through with other barbershops, and the barbers or stylists had no patience with their kids, so I figured I'd compromise by coming in on my day off so there'd be no other barbers or stylists in the shop, and I could give them the full attention they need. He says having an empty shop helps some children who are sensitive to new environments and sounds. His goal is to help the children get acclimated to the barbershop so they can feel comfortable coming in when other employees and clients are there. Jackson says, when I first started promoting that I was going to come in on my day off to do haircuts for children with different needs, a friend of mine just randomly inboxed me and said, hey, Vern, can I sponsor a haircut? Then more and more people asked to donate money for haircuts, and Jackson started a GoFundMe. He says there are parents that would pay any amount of money just for their child to have an experience like any other person. And at the end of it, I could tell them it's covered. They say, I got to give you a tip. And I say, nope, trust me. This is part of the gifted program. This is a gift from the community. Myself, please receive it. More Facebook. An adopted woman found her mother using a DNA site in Facebook after decades of searching. It allowed her to meet her grandmother just days before grandma passed away. Rachel Ruiz always knew she was adopted. When she turned 18, she was given a handwritten letter written by her birth mom for her future daughter, saying she hoped one day they would meet. It had limited information. Rachel said, I didn't feel like I needed to find answers to complete myself, but I'm so happy I found my birth family. She's now 35. She turned to Ancestry.com. That helped her find her biological mother, Angie. When she found the 52-year-old Angie on Facebook, she knew instantly it was a match because they looked so similar. Her parents had prepared to give her the package when she turned 18. They said they had this beautiful crocheted blanket she made me. She had a baby ring when she was born, a beautiful gold ring, and a written letter which said, you were here with me for 9 months. I will never forget you. I hope one day we will meet. They did meet up. They went over to meet Grandma Mary, who passed away 3 days later. She said, it was like her final life mission. I went to the funeral and I met my cousins, aunts, and uncles. Rachel feels blessed to have 2 families, including a half-sister who lived a few minutes walk away from her house in Utah. Wow. And all right, little Nellie, we're on to you. You see, Nellie's parents had just painted the wall. Mom came by and noticed some handprints on the wall. Who do you think did it? Mom said, I just moved and started painting the walls white. I didn't realize for an hour or so that she did it. So she asked the little girl, hey, you know anything about these handprints on the wall? And little Nellie said, oh yeah, the dog Winston did it. Mom said, I just moved and started painting the walls white. I didn't realize for an hour or so that she'd done it. I didn't expect Nellie to blame the dog, but I knew I had to record a reaction to my question as to who did it, as I knew it would be amazingly funny. Poor dog. You know, Nellie, humans and dogs have different paw prints. That's your 5 good news stories for today. Follow the show for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your shows. Have a great day.